Recording in progress. Ayan. Okay, so we are recording. For tonight, we'll be having a continuation of your topic, okay, sa pharmacology. Naka 3 days na tayo, I think, past. I'm not sure if 2 days ba yun or 3 days. Basta ganon. Okay. And ang pinag-uusapan natin is yung mga anti-hypertensives ninyo. Okay. So whether it's PNLE or NLEX, high yield ang inyong mga anti-hypertensives. Nasimula na to on the previous discussion sa mga bagong dating. Okay. So nagkaroon na ng previous discussion about this one. And particularly, ang dinidiscuss natin is your ABCD. Ano yung ABCD? Ito yung mga group natin ng antihypertensives. Okay? So, letter A, meron kang ACE inhibitor and also ARBs. Letter A again, alpha blocker. Letter B is beta blocker. C is CCB. CCB is your calcium channel blockers. Another letter C is central acting antihypertensives. Direct acting antihypertensives, digoxin, and diuretics is also included sa sets kasi nakakababa din sila ng blood pressure. Now, na-discuss na natin before si ACE, si ARBs. Okay? Both of this one are antihypertensive that acts on your RAAS. Okay? So, for them to lower down your BP, binablock nila RAAS mo. Why? Ano bang ginagawa ni RAAS? Again, pinapataas niya ang iyong blood pressure. So, your ACE and ARBs, okay, for them to work, for them to lower down your BP, they block, okay, they act on your RAAS. Okay? Next one, na-discuss na din natin before si alpha blocker, beta blockers, and also CCBs. Okay? Now, dito na tayo nag-post. So we will continue your discussion for tonight. We'll be having your central acting, direct acting, digoxin, and kung kaya sa oras pati yung diuretics sama natin. Okay? Let's start. I'll go lang sa page. Okay? Let's talk about your central acting. Ready your notes. Let's write it. Central acting antihypertensives. Again, isulat. Let's talk about your central acting antihypertensives. Okay? Now, yung central acting antihypertensives, this is also known as your alpha 2 adrenergic agonist. Okay? Isulat. Other term, okay, for your central acting na mga antihypertensives, they are also known as your alpha-2 adrenergic agonist. Alpha-2 adrenergic agonist is also their mechanism of action. Okay? So, if you could see this one, may word na agonist. Ano nga ulit ang ibig sabihin ng agonist? Stimulates or blocks? Nag-stimulate or nagbablock? Nag-stimulate or nagbablock? Hello, okay, agonist. Agonist. Agonist siya, hindi siya ano. Okay? Babalikan ko yun na. Okay? 'Di ba sabi natin, meron kang word na agonist, meron kang word na antagonist. Okay, magkaiba ba sila? Yes, they are opposite of each other. Okay. Gamot that acts as agonist, may mga gamot thing on your body. Okay? Pag sinabi mo namang antagonist, it inhibits, it blocks, it stops, okay, something on your body. Isipin mo na lang sa pelikula, pag sinabi mong antagonist ang isang tao, okay, ibig sabihin siya ba yung kontrabida? Yes. So, sino siya? Nag-activate, nag-stimulate, nag-inhibit, nagbablock, nag-inhibit or nagbablock. Kontrabida siya. Kabaliktaran nun yung agonist. Okay? So, balik tayo ha. Okay? Your central acting antihypertensives is also known as your alpha-2 adrenergic agonist. Ibig sabihin, nagsistimulate siya. Okay? Ano ang sinistimulate niya? Okay? Highlight the word adrenergic. Na-discuss natin to before. Pag sinabi mong adrenergic, ano nga ulit ibig sabihin nun? Kasi 'di ba yung beta blocker nyo, tsaka yung alpha blocker nyo, ang ibang pangalan nila, beta adrenergic blocker. Alpha adrenergic blocker. Ano nga ulit ibig sabihin ng word na adrenergic? Ibig sabihin related sa effects ni epinephrine tsaka norepi. Okay? And sino nga ulit si epi tsaka si norepi? Okay? They are your catecholamines. They trigger your SNS or PNS. SNS, Sympathetic Nervous System, PNS, Parasympathetic Nervous System. Okay, very good. They are the one triggering your SNS. Okay, and alpha 2, this is the receptor. Later, I will discuss the mechanism of action. Okay? Pero yung mechanism of action niya nasa pangalan niya na. Okay? Now, before I go to your MOA, I will give you some of your examples. Okay? Some of the examples of your central acting. For you to easily remember it, just remember MCGG. Okay? Mnemonic MCGG. MCGG. O, madali lang yung tandaan. MCGG. And most of your central acting, kilala nyo siya actually. Okay? First, letter M. Kilala mo itong gamot na ito, B. Okay? Letter M. Can you give me an antihypertensive? Okay? Kilala nyo na nagsa-start with letter M? Ends in A. Sige nga. Bubuin. Oh, may I dito. Ano ito? Buuin. Kilala nyo to, promise. Anyone? Perfect. Okay? So, that is your methyl dopa. Okay? Central acting kaya yan si methyl dopa. O, di ba? Familiar? Okay? Is methyl dopa familiar to you? Okay? O, si methyl dopa, isa siyang klase ng central acting. Okay? Now, known brand name for methyl dopa is Aldomet. Okay? Aldomet ang known brand name niya. Nasabi ko na to before, what I noticed in PNLE, if you would take PNLE, kapag nag-aaral ka ng gamot, isama mo na pati yung mga brand names nila. Okay? Methyl dopa is the generic. Okay? Aldomet is the brand name. Okay? What do you mean by generic name and the brand name? Pag brand name, it's owned by the company. Pag generic name, it's not owned by any company. Okay? Now, bakit ko sinabing aralin pareho? Kasi sa PNLE, okay, sometimes they're using the generic name, but sometimes they're also using the brand name. Okay, so maganda na familiar tayo. Okay, that's exclusive for PNLE. Okay, so that's one. Letter M is your methyl dopa. Next, letter C. Kilala mo to, B. Iniinom siguro to ng mga kamag-anak mo pag high blood sila. Kapag sobrang taas ng BP, nilalagay sa ilalim ng tang. Okay, perfect. Si Catapres. Okay? Catapres is the brand name. Ang generic name, okay, is your clonidine. Okay, perfect. So let's write it. Clonidine catapres. Again, clonidine catapres. Clonidine catapres is also central acting. Okay, letter G, isulat ko na medyo, ano kasi siya, hindi siya ganun ka-familiar na drug. Okay, you have your guanabens. Okay, guanabens is central acting. Known brand name of your guanabens is whitencin. Isula guanabens whitencin. Okay, guanabens whitencin. Okay, and another letter G is your guanfacin. Again, guanfacin. Again, guanfacin, brand name Tenex. So those are the examples of your central acting na antihypertensives. Kabisaduhin na natin ha. Sabayan nyo ako. You have your what? MCGG. Sino si M? Methyl dopa. Sino si C? Clonidine. Sino si G? Guanabens. And another letter G, guanfacine. O, banggitin natin sabay-sabay, kabisaduhin na. Okay? MCGG, methyl dopa, clonidine, guanabens, guanfacine. Isa pa nga, okay? Methyl dopa, clonidine, guanabens, guanfacine. Walang guide na notebook, huwag ka titingin sa notebook ha. Okay, MCGG, sino yon? Letter M, methyl dopa. Letter C, clonidine. Letter G, guanabens. And another G, guanfacine. Okay, so that's your MCGG. Lahat yan ay mga central acting na antihypertensives. Now, question. Between your methyl-dopa, clonidine, guanabens, and guanfacine, which one is the most potent? Sino dyan most potent? Anyone? Okay. Which one is potent among the four? Yes, perfect. Clonidine ang most potent. Okay. This one is the most potent. Okay, now question. Sa apat na yan, okay, methyl-dopa, clonidine, guanabens, guanfacine, which is the only antihypertensive safe for pregnant and lactating? Sino dyan yung only antihypertensive that is pregnant safe? Very good. Okay, it's your methyl dopa. So, susulat ko ha. This is the only antihypertensives na considered na safe sa pregnant tsaka lactating. Lahat ng mga antihypertensive, there is a potential risk for pregnancy. Okay? Pero ginagamit pa din siya, ma'am? Yes. Okay? Why? Benefit outweigh the risk. Okay, so sulat natin, pregnancy safe. Okay? So those are your drugs, methyl-dopa, clonidine, guanabens, and guanfacine. Moving forward, let's have your mechanism of action. MOA tayo. Okay, when you say MOA, I'm pertaining to your mechanism of action. Okay, from the word itself, central acting. Question, anong part ng body mo yung tinatarget niya? Anong part ng body mo tinatarget niya? Central acting daw eh. Very good. Okay? So, this drug will target your CNS. When you say CNS, it stands for Central Nervous System. Okay? So, it targets your brain. Okay? It targets your CNS, your brain. Okay? Now, ano ang ginagawa niya? Okay? Ano ang ginagawa niya? Okay? Ang gagawin ng inyong central acting antihypertensive, okay, from the name itself, it is also known as your alpha-2 adrenergic agonist, okay? I-activate niya sino? Si alpha-2 receptor. Okay? Again, ang ginagawa ng drug from the word itself, it's an agonist. Sabi natin, agonist means what? Stimulate. Agonist means what? Activates. So, is-stimulate, excuse me, is-stimulate, i-activate niya yung iyong alpha-2 receptors. Yung alpha-2 receptors mo, okay, ay located on your central nervous system, particularly, okay, on your brainstem. Okay, now what will happen, ma'am, pag inactivate niya yung alpha-2, okay? Ang mangyayari dun, magdi-decrease yung release ng norepi. So again, ang effect, every time na activate si alpha-2, na decrease ang release ng iyong norepinephrine, kaya din siya tinawag na adrenergic kasi yung ginagawa ng gamot may kinalaman sa iyong epi or norepi. Okay, so going back, that's the MOA of the drug. It will activate your alpha-2 receptors. Nasaan si alpha-2 receptors? Nasa central nervous system mo, particularly on your brain. Okay, brainstem. Okay, what happens, okay, when the alpha-2 is stimulated? Okay, ang mangyari dito, madi-decrease ang release ng iyong norepinephrine. And sino nga ulit si Norepi? Sino nga ulit si Norepi? Sino nga ulit si Norepi? Norepi tsaka epinephrine, okay, ay mga catecholamines. Supposedly, they trigger your what? SNS or PNS? SNS, okay? Eh kaso, dinecrease mo yung release. So what will happen? Wala ka nga yung SNS response. Okay? Wala kang SNS response. Okay? And anong mangyayari sa'yo kung wala kang SNS response? Okay? Down signs and symptoms or up signs and symptoms? Down function or up function? Anyone? Okay? Up or down? Down. Okay? Down functions of your body. VS mo, up or down? Vital signs mo, up or down? Down din ang iyong vital signs. So, if hindi na-trigger ang ating sympathetic nervous system, it will lead to down functions, down BS. Okay? So, ano pala ang central acting antihypertensive? Is it a stimulant or depressant na gamot? Is it a stimulant or a depressant? Okay, very good. Okay, isa siyang CNS depressant. It's a downer medication. Kaya nga madali lang sagutan B kapag mga central acting antihypertensive. Why? Hanap ka lang ng mga mababang manifestation, yun na yung side effect. Okay? So, pag tinanong ka ano yung mga risk niya, ang risk niya ba ay respiratory depression possible kasi down ang BS, down functions, down ang RR? Yes. Okay? What else? Anti-hypertensive siya in a sense na binababa niya yung VS, bababa ang iyong blood pressure. Okay? So, in short, maghanap ka lang ng mga down manifestation. When asked about the effects, okay, hanap ka lang any down manifestation because it's a downer. Ulitin ko for those who are still copying, the mechanism of the drug is already on the name. Okay? Ano yung name? Alpha-2 receptor agonist. Alpha-2 adrenergic, okay? Agonist. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Okay? They will activate your alpha-2 receptors located on your brainstem. Pag na-activate yon, what is the effect? Madi-decrease ang release of your norepinephrine. Kung wala kang norepinephrine, wala kang SNS response. At kung wala kang SNS response, up manifestation or down, down. All down ang functions. All down ang VS. CNS depressant siya. That drug is a downer. Okay, now, being it a downer medication, pag-usapan natin ang mga indications niya. Kaninong mga pasyente siya ginagamit? Okay? Isa-isay natin. Okay? Since siya ay downer, can you use this one for hypertension? Yes. Particularly potent yan to depress your BP. Okay? So, it can be used for hypertensive crisis level. Okay? It can be used for hypertensives. Okay? Now, another thing. Ang mga gamot na yan ay pwede din gamitin for withdrawal signs and symptoms. Okay? It can be used for withdrawal signs and symptoms. Paanong withdrawal signs and symptoms, ma'am? Okay? Meron substance abuse. Okay? For example, nag-alcohol abuse, opioid abuse. Okay? Ganon. Okay? Tapos in-stop. Ano mangyayari? It will lead to opioid withdrawal. Okay, what else pa? Okay, alcohol withdrawal. Okay, what else pa? Nicotine withdrawal. Okay, if ever magkaroon ka ng withdrawal, okay, sa mga substances na yan, such as your opioid, alcohol, nicotine, okay, question, anong mga manifestation ng withdrawal? Okay, withdrawal signs and symptoms. Is it up or down? Anong mga manifestation pag nagwi-withdrawal ka? Alcohol withdrawal na lang, okay? Be specific to your alcohol withdrawal, for example, okay? Pag ang pasyente nag-alcohol withdrawal, what would you expect to see, to assess to your patient? Up manifestation or down? Okay, very good. Nagtatachycardia, perfect. O, complete. O, tachypnea, yes. Agitated ang pasyente, yes. Restless. Okay, so in short, ang mga withdrawal signs and symptoms mo is up signs and symptoms. Okay, so question, can they benefit, okay, from using a downer? Yes. Okay? Pwede silang mag-benefit kapag gumamit sila ng downer kasi mare-reduce. Okay? It will reduce the signs and symptoms. It will reduce the up signs and symptoms such as the sweating, such as the tachycardia, such as restlessness, agitation, etc. Following, okay? So, pag nagwi-withdrawal, pwede niyang gamitin ng mga central acting. So, hindi lang pala siya, ma'am, limited sa hypertension. Yes. 'Di ba? Common ginagamit ang mga ito. Ang alam natin, pang mataas na BP lang siya. But actually, no. May iba pa yung indication. One of which, okay, is withdrawal manifestation. Okay? And question, sino sa apat na yon? Okay, MCGG, methyl dopa, clonidine, guanabens, guanfacine, ang usually ginagamit for withdrawal manifestation? Sino sa MCGG? Psychiatric nursing to dinidiscuss. Okay, sino doon sa MCGG yung usual ginagamit to treat the withdrawal signs and symptoms? O, hula ka lang. Tingnan natin kung magaling ka manghula. Okay? Sino doon sa MCGG? Try to guess. Pati yung panghula, pinaktis na eh, no? Ano? Sige, hulaan mo. Ang usual B ay, may sasagot pa? May habol pa? Clonidine. Okay? Walang sumagot ng clonidine. Ano ba yan? Okay. So, clonidine is usually used, okay, to treat the withdrawal signs and symptoms. Usually. Okay? Clonidine. Na or your manifestation, 'di ba nagpapalpitate ka, nagta-tachycardia ka, ano pa, pinapawisan ka, nagte-tremors ka, okay? Ano ang ano nun, medication nun, bigyan natin ng downer. Okay? So we will use downer, okay, to calm the palpitation, to calm your tremors, etc. Okay? Calm the palpitations, calm the tremors, etc. For someone na ina-anxious, nag-anxiety attack, etc. Okay? And another thing, ginagamit siya sa anong kondisyon? For letter. Try to guess. Dinidiscuss din to sa psychia. For letter, isipin mo yung mga psychiatric nursing condition, okay? Sino kaya dun yung bibigyan ng isang downer kasi masyado siyang mataas, masyado siyang hyperactive? Sino kaya? Okay, perfect. It's your ADHD. Okay? What do you mean by ADHD? Ano yung letter A? Excuse me. Okay, ano yung A? Attention. Letter D. Deficit. Letter H. Hyperactive. Letter D. Disorder. Okay, so again, you have your ADHD, attention, deficit, okay, hyperactive disorder. Isulat muna yung ADHD, okay? ADHD. Ay, nawala ba ako? Ay, hindi. Namatay lang yung laptop. Okay, going back. ADHD, okay, it's your attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Okay? Pag sinabi mong attention deficit, hindi yan ano ha, kulang sa pansin o hindi ganun ang ibig sabihin nun. Okay? When you say attention deficit, they lack what? Focus. Okay? Hindi sila makafocus. 'Di ba kaya nga yung may ADHD, usually hindi sila kayang makatapos ng isang task. They go from one task to another. Okay? Because they cannot focus. Okay? Another, they can be what? Hyperactive. Okay? Now, anong tinitreat natin? Yung hyperactivity. If masyadong hyperactive kasi yung bata or yung isang individual, yung patient, okay, possible yang makadevelop ng insomnia. Tama, ang taas-taas ng energy niya eh. Tendency din na yun aantukin, okay? Pwede siya magkaroon ng insomnia, okay? And kapag dumating na yung point, okay, na prominent na yung insomnia to your patient, pwede na ba siya nating bigyan ng downer para makatulog siya? Yes. Okay? And anong downer ang possible ginagamit for ADHD? Is it your methyl dopa, your clonidine, your guanabens, or your guanfacine? Dalawa. Pili ka ng ano, dalawa dun sa apat. Okay. Anyone? Okay, may manghuhula ba? O ano, sino dun sa apat kaya? Try to guess. Bigay ka dalawa. Dalawa ang pwede. Okay, perfect. It's your guanfacine is one. Okay, guanfacine and also clonidine. Kaya pag nag-psychiatric nursing kayo na discussion, tas diniscuss yung ADHD, okay, wag magtaka ha, bakit isusulat sa treatment clonidine? Okay. Clonidine ka, tapos yun yung ginamit. Pero bakit ka gumamit ng clonidine? You're using clonidine as a downer. Patient, hypotension as a side effect when you use it for what? ADHD. Okay, now question. Since sabi natin, treatment sa kanya is downer. Hello? Shopee ba? Until now? Until now? Or okay na? Okay na? Saan ako nag-Shopee? Sige, uulitin ko ha. Okay? O, going back, ADHD ba? Nag-Shopee? Ulitin ko yung part na ADHD ha, in case na nag-Shopee. Sabihan nyo Shopee uli, okay? Your ADHD is attention deficit hyperactive disorder, okay? Pag sinabi mong attention deficit, hindi ibig sabihin nun na kulang sa pansin, okay? Ibig sabihin nun, they cannot focus. Kaya attention deficit, okay? They cannot focus. And another thing, okay, they are what? Hyperactive. Ang taas-taas ng kanilang energy, okay? Now, pag sobrang taas ng energy mo, hindi ka makakatulog, it can lead to manifestations such as insomnia. Ang mga tao kailangan yan mamahinga. Okay? Now, to provide the patient adequate rest, minsan binibigyan siya ng downer, which is what your guanfacine clonidine. Kaya huwag magtaka, okay, pag nag-discuss kayo ng psychiatric nursing, one of the drugs na ilalatag sa ADHD is clonidine. O baka magulat kasi okay? Hala, clonidine, catapres, pang ano yun high BP, okay? May high BP ba yung may ADHD? Wala, okay? Wala silang increased BP, but you're using the clonidine as what? As a downer medication to reduce the hyperactivity. Okay? Nasusundan? Now, question. Gumamit ka ng downer. Sa ADHD, can you also use a stimulant? Yes or no? Can you also use a stimulant, okay, for someone with ADHD? Yes or no? Can you use a stimulant? Yes or no? Ganito. Bibigyan kita ng senaryo ha. Okay? For example, may gagawin kang task. Particularly, specific na lang, mag-aaral ka. Okay? Dahil mag-aaral ka, kailangan mo bang makafocus? Yes. Okay? And if gusto mong mag-focus, anong tinetake mo? Okay? Siguro, if nakasanayan mo, you will take caffeine. Tama? Di ba may mga taong hindi nakakatrabaho kapag hindi nagkakape? Okay? Isa na ako doon. Okay? Kapag walang kape, hindi ako nakaka-work ng maayos because it helps me, okay, do the task. So, ibig sabihin, can caffeine enhance your focus? Yes. Okay, now, meron ba silang attention deficit? Nahirapan ba silang mag-focus? Yes. So, another thing, okay, ulitin ko ulit, pwede ba silang gumamit ng stimulant? Yes. Okay, now question, ano yung stimulant na yon? Letter R. Narinig mo ta to? Okay, sino yung R? Very good. Okay, it's your replacement. Ritalin. Okay? So ADHD is also being treated with a stimulant and that is your Ritalin. Nakadepende sa manifestation ng pasyente mo. Okay? Kapag prominent yung insomnia sa kanya, okay, binibigyan ng downer. Okay? But question, between a stimulant and a depressant, ano ang mas first line? Ano ang mas ginagamit for someone with ADHD? Is it a stimulant or a depressant, a downer? Okay? Answer, it's the stimulant. Ang first line dyan, B, okay, is your Ritalin. Okay? Mas ginagamit ang Ritalin, ang stimulant sa ADHD compared to your downers. Okay? Ginagamit lang ang downer kapag prominent na yung insomnia niya. Okay? Pero usual treatment dyan, Ritalin talaga. Nasusundan? Okay? So, that is your ADHD. Okay? Pwede siyang gamitan ng clonidine if prominent na si insomnia. Okay? But then again, the first line treatment for your ADHD is a stimulant and that is your Ritalin. Why? Para ma-enhance yung focus ng pasyente. Okay? So, those are your possible indications. Balikan natin from the top. Okay? You have your hypertension. And particularly, pwede siyang gamitin for hypertensive crisis. Okay? Next, pwedeng gamitin for withdrawal signs and symptoms, for anxiety, and for someone with ADHD. Following, okay, now, pinaka-importante sa lahat, let's have your nursing consideration. Lagi ko itong binabanggit even before. Na pagparma na ang usapan, ang pinaka-importanting dapat inaaral ninyo is yung mga nursing consideration nyo. Okay, why? As a nurse, we are promoting patient safety. Okay, and yung mga drugs na binibigay natin, it can either do good to your patient or do harm to your patient. So, dapat alam natin yung mga adverse effect, yung mga considerations, etc. Okay, kasi we want to be safe nurses. Okay, and dalawa lang ang may responsibility to give drugs, and that's the doctor and the nurse. So, since this is one of our unique responsibility, okay, high yield talaga yan sa board exam. Okay, tinatanong ang mga pharma considerations. Okay, let's start. Nursing considerations. Kasama ba dito yung orthostatic hypotension? Yes. Okay? If bago kang naka-attend B, okay, before kasi may diniscuss ako na two common effect ng lahat ng antihypertensive. Ano yung dalawang common effect na yon if naalala mo dun sa mga naka-attend naman? Orthostatic, okay? Orthostatic what? Hypotension, okay? And another thing is rebound hypertension. So, lahat ng mga antihypertensive may ganyang effect, ha? Okay? Orthostatic hypotension, rebound hypertension. Bakit may orthostatic hypotension? When you say orthostatic, it is related to your posture. Is it related? Okay, it is related to your position. Okay? So, pag sinabi mong orthostatic hypotension, there is a what? Drop of pressure when you suddenly change your what? Position. Okay? Yan yung nakahiga ka, tapos pag biglang bangon mo, mahilo ka, mag-blackout ka, mag-blurred vision mo. Okay? So, ang naranasan mo nun, orthostatic hypotension. Okay? And all of your antihypertensive, A, B, C, D, okay? May ganyang effect. Pwede kang magkaroon ng orthostatic hypotension. What is your management here again? Slow position changes. And what else? Anong gagawin mo sa feet mo? You dangle the feet first. Okay? Dangle the feet first. Again, dangle feet first. Dangle mo sa bed ba? Para kang nakasit down doon. Ganon. Okay? Another thing is your rebound hypertension. Na-discuss din natin to before. When you say rebound, ibig sabihin, it's returning back. Okay? Return back of what? High pressure. Okay? So, when high pressure. And may trigger ba ang rebound hypertension? Yes, recall. Okay, what is the trigger? Bakit nagkakaroon ng trigger nun? Hindi yan mangyayari basta-basta, okay? May gagawin ka muna bago yan mangyari, bago tumaas uli ang BP mo. At ano yon? When you suddenly, abruptly what? Stop the medication, okay? When you abruptly stop your medication, your antihypertensive, it leads to rebound hypertension. There is a return back of the high pressure. Para hindi yan mangyari, anong gagawin? Taper down the drug. Okay? Taper off the drug. Okay? Ibig sabihin, dahan-dahan mo siyang aalisin on your system. Okay, following. Okay, o ano pa? Aside from your orthostatic hypotension and rebound hypertension, okay, kapag central acting ang pinag-uusapan, since it's a downer, okay, watch out for the these effects. Ano yung this effect, ma'am? Bakit this effect? Mga downer effects, okay? And all of them starts with letter D, okay? Ano-ano yon? Decrease BS. In general, down heart rate mo, down RR mo, okay? Down lahat. Okay? What else? Since down ang functions ng body mo, down din ang function ng salivary gland mo, leading to another letter D, dry mouth. Okay, another letter D, dry mouth question. If your patient is experiencing a side effect na dry mouth, ano yung ituturo mo to relieve the dry mouth? Nurse, masyado naman ng dry yung aking mucous membrane. Anong gagawin ko, nurse? O ano sasabihin mo sa kanya? How can you relieve a dry mouth? O ikaw na lang, dry yung mouth mo, ano gagawin mo? Anong gagawin mo, B? What's your management? Anyone? Isipin mo dry yung mouth mo. Okay? Anong gagawin mo kung masyadong dry yung mouth mo? Okay, very good. Ice chips. Okay? Ano pa? Sips of fluids. That's correct. Okay? Ano pa? Kain ka ng ano? Kain ka ng ano? Kain ka ng hard candy. Okay? Kasi yung hard candy, pag iniwan mo siya sa ano mo, sa mouth mo, okay, can it stimulate the saliva production? Yes. Okay? So, in terms of the dry mouth, yung effect, okay, offer ka lang ng ice chips, offer sips of fluids, okay, and hard candy that can help to your patient. Okay? Another, since down ang functions ng body mo, down din function ng kidney mo. So, ano mangyari sa urine output mo? Decrease. Okay, so you can have another letter D, decrease urine output. Anong mangyari sa'yo? You can have urinary retention. Okay, urinary retention. Again, urinary retention. Okay, another thing, decrease din ang GI function mo. Lahat-lahat sa katawan mo, decrease. Okay? And pag decrease ang GI function mo, what will be the effect? Constipation or diarrhea? Excuse me. Constipation or diarrhea? What will happen to you? Okay, very good. Constipation. Okay, constipation. Okay, decreased GI function, it can lead to constipation. Okay, what else? Pati ba yung CNS mo? Depressed din. Yes, kasi nagtake ka ng CNS depressant. So, expect that there will be depression of central nervous system. Maging sedated ka ba? Yes. Okay, ano pa? Take note about this one. Ang mga central acting, okay, na antihypertensive or anything na downer, CNS depressant or downer, wag mo yan gagamitin kung ang pasyente mo ay may inuubo ako. Okay? O mag-ingat na uso ang ano ngayon, trangkaso. Okay? O going back, depression of CNS, okay, contraindicated, okay, for patient na may ano, yung pangalan, yung pangalan, yung sagot nasa screen mo na, okay? Kung may depression of CNS, edi contraindicated to someone with depression, okay? Oh, bakit? Lalo ka bang ma-depress? Oh, imaginein mo yun na, depressed ka na, binigyan ka pa ng CNS depressant, okay? Ano na mangyari sa'yo? The patient can be high risk now for suicide, okay? Baka mag-suicide na yun, okay? May depression na nga siya eh. Okay, binigyan pa siya ng pampadepress palalo, okay? So that will increase the risk of suicide of the patient. Okay? And another letter D, okay? Drowsiness, okay? Drowsiness and dizziness. Okay? Drowsiness and dizziness. Again, drowsiness and dizziness. Okay? So take note, because it causes drowsiness, it causes dizziness, okay? Huwag mo siyang gagamitin with another CNS depressant. Rule naman yan sa medication eh. Okay? Na bawal ang downer to downer. Again, that's our rule, okay, sa pagte-take ng medication. Bawal mong i-take ang downer to downer. Okay? Do not take downer to downer. Okay? Bakit? Baka naman makomatose ka. Okay? Sobrang down na ng function ng body mo. Okay? And what is the substance that is considered as downer? Letter A. Ano yung substance that is considered as a downer? Letter A. Iniinom mo. Okay, alcohol. Okay, alcohol is a downer. Okay? Downer ang alcohol, ay take note. Tinanong na yan before, if I remember it in LE exam. Okay, na ano daw ang alcohol? Stimulant ba siya or depressant? Okay? Sagot, depressant ang alcohol. Okay? Kaya nga 'di ba pag nagkakainuman, okay, ano nangyayari? Para ka bang nawawala sa wisyo, okay? Nagkakaroon ng inhibition, okay? That is because your alcohol is a depressant. Okay, depressant. Okay, so that's your this effect. If asked about the effects of your CNS downers or antihypertensives, maghanap ka lang ng mga downer effects, such as the following, okay? Decrease VS, dry mouth, decrease UO, decrease GI function, leading to constipation, depression of CNS, and drowsiness and dizziness, okay? And take note, add ko na lang din, okay, you have your clonidine patch. Okay, meron kang patch form ng clonidine. Okay? How long naglalas ang isang patch? How long mo pwedeng suotin ang isang clonidine patch? It lasts for how many days? It lasts for how many days? 7 days. Kaya if tanong ka, how often will you rotate it? Rotate it every week. Okay? Include ko na din ito. Okay? Clonidine, meron kang form niya na patch form. Okay? And that clonidine patch, okay, can last for 7 days. So, pag tinanong ka, how often will you rotate it? Okay, kasi niro-rotate ba ang mga patches? Okay, yes. Okay, how often will you rotate it? Rotate every week. Okay, so those are your must knows, okay, nursing consideration, okay, for your central acting antihypertensives. Usually po, where to put the clonidine patches. Kung saan usually nilagay ang mga patches, like for example, your nitroglyce patch, saan siya usual nilalagay? Sa chest area, saan pa? Sa upper arm, saan pa? Sa thigh, okay? O, doon yung pa sa back part, yes, pwede din doon. Doon usual kasi nilalagay yung mga patches kasi doon siya mas na-absorb. Basta remember, you put it on a dry area tsaka dapat hairless. Tapos ang mga usual sites for patches, okay, like yung nitroglyce patch, yung clonidine patch is sa chest mo, dito sa upper arm mo, san pa sa back, okay, sa thigh area, particularly anterior na thigh. Syempre, hindi mo yan ilalagay sa likod na thigh. Okay, dapat anterior, harap na thigh. Okay, so doon siya usually nilalagay. Just like all other patches, doon naman usually. Basta remember lang to put it on a non-hairy na skin. Okay? So that's for your central acting. Done na tayo sa central acting. Balik tayo dun sa listahan natin kanina. Okay? We're done with your central acting antihypertensive. Let's move forward now to your direct acting. Okay? Direct acting na tayo na anti-hypertensives. Isulat mo yon. Direct, okay? Direct acting anti-hypertensives. Again, direct acting anti-hypertensives. Isulat, direct acting anti-hypertensives. Before I go to your mechanism of action, I will give you some examples first. Okay? A good example of direct acting anti-hypertensive is letter P. Sino to? Letter P. H. Sino? Pentolamin. Okay? Good example of your direct acting, okay, antihypertensive. First letter P is your pentolamin. Okay? Sulat pentolamin. Again, pentolamin. Okay, now, sino si pentolamin? Okay, brand name known for this one is Regitin. Regitin pentolamin. Okay? Another, letter H. Hydralazine. Okay? Hydralazine is also direct acting. Known brand name niya is Apresolin. Isulat Apresolin. Again, Apresolin. Another example is letter M. Try to guess letter M. Kilala mo to kasi merong ano nito, form na ini-spray sa buhok. Tapos pag in-spray mo siya sa ulo mo, tutubo ang buhok mo. Okay? Ano yon? Ginagamit for someone na may hair loss. Perfect. Minoxidil. Okay? Minoxidil is a direct acting anti-hypertensive. Explain ko yan mamaya si minoxidil. Di ba, ma'am, patubo ng buhok yan na. O, bakit natin sinulat na antihypertensive? O, mamaya explain ko. Okay? Minoxidil, okay, is an example of direct acting. Next one is letter N. Kilalang kilala mo to. Letter N. I. T. O, go. Sino? Kilala mo to, B. Promise. Nitrogly. Okay, very good. Nitroglycerin. Okay, nitroglycerin is also a direct acting na antihypertensive. I will have a separate discussion for this one. Okay? Yun pa pala, hindi ko nasama. Isa-separate ko siya. Okay? Si nitrogly. Why? Your nitrogly is very, very high yield on your exam. Mapa-NCLEX man or PNLE. So, I will have a separate discussion for this one, ha? Okay, soon. Okay? Kung abutin ng time. Okay? Going back, so those are your examples. Pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, and nitroglycerin. Sabayan ako. Okay? Ano-ano ang mga direct acting mo, B? Okay? Pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, nitroglycerin. Isa pa, ulit-ulitin natin gat makabisado mo. Okay, you have your direct acting antihypertensive. Go. Pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, nitroglycerin. Wala nang titingin sa notebook ha. Okay, for the last time, ano-ano ang mga direct acting? Go. Pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, nitroglycerin. Okay, now, anong ginagawa nila, ma'am? Ano ang mechanism of action? So, let's talk about your MOA. Balik ka lang sa pangalan. Ano bang pangalan nila? Direct Acting Antihypertensive. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? They will what? Directly relax, okay, your vascular smooth muscle. Okay, so I will write it. Ang mga direct acting, from the word itself, direct acting sila, they directly relaxes your vascular smooth muscle. Again, they directly relaxes your vascular smooth muscle. Isulat, okay? They directly relaxes your vascular smooth muscle. Okay? What will happen to you if nag-relax yung vascular smooth muscle mo? Magbabasodilate ka ba? Magbabasoconstrict? Will it lead to vasodilation or vasoconstriction? What's the answer? Vasoconstriction or vasodilation? Constrict, dilate. C or D? Okay, dilate. So, ang mangyayari dito, B, it will lead to systemic vasodilation. Okay? This one will lead to systemic vasodilation. When you say systemic, anong ibig sabihin? Piling part lang ng katawan mo o buong katawan mo? When you say systemic, okay, what do it mean? Okay, yes, buong katawan mo magbabasodilate. So, magbabasodilation ka mula ulo hanggang paa. Okay? So, when you take a direct acting, okay, na antihypertensive, it will lead to systemic vasodilation. Ibig sabihin, mula ulo hanggang paa mo, nakabasodilate ka. Can this lower down your blood pressure? Yes, okay. Madi-decrease ang BP mo. Particularly, down ang BP. Okay? Isipin nyo na lang, okay, ano ang pinagkaibahan, okay, ni direct acting to other drugs, okay? Ito ang pinagkaiba niya. For example, beta blocker. Beta blocker, for beta blocker and also CCB, okay, to lower down your BP, dumadaan siya sa ano mo, sa puso mo. Okay? Si ACE tsaka si ARBs, para mabababa nila BP mo, dumadaan sila saan? Sa RAAS mo. Tama? Okay? Si central acting, para mapababa niya BP mo, dumadaan muna siya saan? Sa CNS mo, sa brain mo. So, ulitin ko. Beta blocker acts on your heart first for it to lower down your BP. ACE-INRs acts first on your kidney, on your RAAS for it to lower down your BP. Si central acting, dumadaan muna sa brain mo, okay, for it to lower down your BP. Pero itong si direct acting, mando. Bakit? Okay, pagdating niya sa system mo, the direct acting antihypertensive will command your entire vessels to dilate. Okay? So in short, it directly tells your vessel to ka. Dumadaan sa heart, hindi na. Dumadaan sa brain, hindi na. Dumadaan pa sa raas, hindi na. Directly, okay? Directly siyang mag-act, okay, on your blood vessel. So, para siyang mando. Kasi pagdating niya sa system mo, it will tell all your blood vessels to dilate mula ulo hanggang paa. Okay? So, unlike the other drugs, okay, na dumadaan pa sa other systems mo, ito, direct lang na siya sa blood mo. Ay, sa blood vessel mo, I mean. Okay? It will directly tell all your blood vessels to dilate. Eh, magdadilate ka ngayon. Mula ulo hanggang paa. Malinaw? Okay, so that's the MOA of the drug. Okay, is this a potent antihypertensive? Given naman do siya. Okay, potent ba siya? Yes. Kaya if you could notice, ito yung mga gamot na to, saan to ginagamit? Gagamitin ba 'to sa normal na ano, sa mababang BP? Okay, like yung mga ano lang, mga bandang 130/90, mga ganong BP? O hindi tayo gagamit ng gano'n sa ano lang, sa moderate lang na hypertension, sa mga stage 1 lang na hypertension? No, okay? Saan ginagamit yung mga gamot na 'to? Sa hypertensive crisis. Okay? Hypertensive crisis siya usually. Okay? Kasi masyado na siyang potent. Yes, okay, pwede nga din siya sa angina. Yes, nitroglycerin is a treatment, okay, for chest pain. Why? It will directly dilate the blood vessel on your coronary artery. Okay? So, potent drug siya. Okay? Now, ano yung mga, safe nurse consideration? So, isulat natin na nursing considerations. Nursing considerations. Again, isulat, nursing consideration. Kasama ba dito si orthostatic hypotension na naman? Yes. Okay? Orthostatic hypotension. Kasama din ba si rebound hypertension? Yes. Okay, again, two common side effect to ng lahat ng antihypertensives mo. Okay? Now, aside from orthostatic hypotension and rebound hypertension, what else? Okay? Pag gumamit ka ng mga gamot na yan, meron kang need i-watch out for. Number one, is it a vasodilator? Yes, okay? And meron tayong sinabi before on our previous lecture. Every time you're vasodilating, your heart is compensating. Tama? Again, every time you're vasodilating, your heart is compensating. Okay? Paano ang compensation ng puso mo? Tachycardia or bradycardia? Tachy. O, anong tawag doon? If it's a side effect, okay? Of the antihypertensive, ano nga ulit yung tawag dun, B? May tawag dun, di ba? Yung dahil siya sa compensation ng puso, anong tawag dun? Na-introduce na natin to before. Anong tawag dun? Letter R. Letter R. Two words. RT. Ano yung RT? Nasabi na to before. Anong tawag doon? When you use a vasodilator, your heart will compensate by pumping faster. Anong tawag doon if dahil siya as a side effect of a vasodilator? Letter R. R. Alalahanin mo, B. Okay? RT. O yung T, tachycardia. Ano yung R? Hello? O ano yung R? Na-discuss na to before. Epekto din to ni alpha blocker kasi alpha blocker mo nagbabasodilate din. Every time you're vasodilating, your heart is compensating by pumping faster. Very good. Okay, reflex tachycardia. Diba ang tawag doon, reflex, okay? Kasi it's a compensation because you use a vasodilator, okay? So that is your reflex tachycardia. Okay? Reflex tachycardia. Every time you're vasodilating, your heart is compensating by pumping faster. Anong tawag doon sa side effect na yon? Reflex tachycardia. So, babantayan mo ba ang heart rate ng patient mo for tachycardia? Yes. Okay? Another thing. Number two, may watch out for ka. Ano i-watch out for mo? Hypertrichosis. Okay? Watch out, okay, for hypertrichosis. Isulat, watch out for hypertrichosis. Okay? Again, watch out for hypertrichosis. Okay? Question. What is hypertrichosis? What is hypertrichosis? Try mo i-Google, B. What do you mean by hypertrichosis? Go. Ay, hypertrichosis. Okay, hair growth. Particularly, nagkakaroon ka ng excessive hair growth. Question. Pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, nitroglycerin. Sino ang may ganyang effect? Sino may ganyang effect? Okay, that is a side effect of your minoxidil. Okay, this one is a side effect, okay, of your minoxidil. Okay, kaya niyang masimulate yung hair follicles mo leading to a side effect of hypertrichosis hair growth. Kaya ang mga kumpanya nag-imbento minoxidil spray, okay? Na-spray mo lamang sa iyong mga hair follicles. Why? May other function din siya, okay, that can be used to stimulate the hair follicles, ma-promote yung hair growth. Kaya ang minoxidil, makikita mo din siya, okay, as something na ginagamit for hair loss. So we are using the side effect of your minoxidil for something that is therapeutic also, which is to stimulate your hair follicles. So, yun ang kwento ni minoxidil. Okay, next one. Number 3 tayo. Another to watch out for, okay, another thing to watch out for is your cyanide toxicity. Cyanide toxicity. Again, cyanide toxicity, cyanide toxicity question. Sino ang may gantong effect? Pentolamine, hydralazine, nitroglycerin, minoxidil. Mamili. Sino sa apat na yon? Pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, nitroglycerin. Sino yung pwedeng magkaroon ng cyanide toxicity? Okay, answer is your nitrogly. Particularly, the IV form of your nitrogly. Question, ano ang intravenous form of your nitrogly? Anong tawag sa kanya? What is the IV form of your nitroglycerin? Iba yung pangalan niya. Anong pangalan niya? What's the brand of the intravenous form? Kasi nitrogly is the generic, okay? Generic name. Ngayon, yung brand name niyan, iba-iba depende sa route. Pag-usapan natin yan pag diniscuss natin si nitrogly. Okay? Yung pangalan, yung brand name ni nitroglycerin, okay, is mag-iiba-iba depende sa route. Okay? Anong tawag doon sa IV form of your nitroglycerin? Okay, sabihin ko na nga, okay? Nitroprusside. Okay? Nitroprusside. Again, nitroprusside. So remember ha, sino si nitroprusside? This is the IV form of what? Nitrogly. Again, isulat nitroprusside. Ayusin ko yung sulat. Okay, nitroprusside is the IV form, intravenous form of your nitroglycerin. That's your nitroprusside. Okay, and highlight that drug because that drug, if PNLE take mo, okay, that drug, okay, is lumabas mismo sa aking actual board exam. Okay, the question is, I remember it, okay, ano daw ang pinaka-potent na vasodilator? Sa choices, binigyan ako ng beta blocker. The other two options, I forgot. But I will always remember na delta yung si nitroprusside nung time na yon. Okay? And I answered nitroprusside as the most potent vasodilator. Why? Direct acting kasi siya. Si nitrogly. And aside from it being direct acting, nitroprusside pa yung sinabi sa option. Ibig sabihin, it's the IV form of your nitroglycerin. And is IB form the most potent route? Yes, the fastest route. Yes, making your nitroprusside the most potent vasodilator. Okay, kasi yung other option nun, ano iba siya na antihypertensive. Mga ano lang siya, beta blocker, level, CCB level, mga ganun lang. Okay? Ang ano lang doon, ang direct lang doon, direct acting is nitroglycerin, nitroprusside ang nakalagay. Okay? So, that's your potent vasodilator kasi it's the intravenous route. Okay, intravenous route of your nitroglycerin. Malinaw? Okay? Now, anong nangyayari? Bakit mayroong risk for cyanide toxicity pag nagtitake ng nitroprusside? Okay, ganito. Ang nitroprusside kasi nagbe-breakdown into cyanide. Okay? Breakdown into cyanide in the body. Excuse me. Okay, again. It breaks down into cyanide in the body if given siya na high doses. Okay? If given high doses. Again, if given high doses or prolonged IV. Okay? Or prolonged IV. Ulitin ko rationalization, okay, of your cyanide toxicity about your nitroprusside. Si nitroprusside kasi once you give it IV, nagbe-breakdown siya into cyanide sa loob ng katawan mo, okay? If may trigger naman siya, hindi siya always mangyayari, may trigger siya. Anong trigger niya? If you give it in high doses. So, anong management? Anong prevention? You give the correct dose. Okay? And another is when you give it prolong. Ano ibig sabihin ng prolong? Saglitan, matagal. Matagalang gamutan ng nitroprusside. Can you give nitroprusside long term? No. Okay, masyado siyang potent. Okay, para gawing long term medication. Pag ginawa mo yung long term, kapag ginawa mong prolong, okay, ang administration, okay, it can lead to cyanide toxicity. Okay? And what are the known manifestations of your cyanide toxicity? Pwede kang magkaroon ng muscle twitching. Okay? Muscle twitching is a manifestation. What else? Okay, pwede kang magkaroon ng confusion. What else? Pwede ka magkaroon ng metabolic acidosis. Okay, metabolic acidosis. And worst case scenario, you can have your seizures. Okay, so manifestation of cyanide toxicity includes the following. Pwedeng magkaroon ng muscle twitching, confusion, metabolic acidosis, and also seizures. Ulitin ko, manifestation, muscle twitching, confusion, metabolic acidosis, and seizures. Those are the manifestation of cyanide toxicity. Pang-ilan na natin yung watch out for? Pangatlo. Watch out for number one is reflux tachycardia. Okay, number two, hypertrichosis or hair growth. Number three, cyanide toxicity. Moving forward to your number four. Okay. Kapag ikaw ay nagtitake ng mga direct acting, there is a risk for lupus-like syndrome. Okay? Particularly, sinong makakapag-cause nito? Is it your pentolamine, hydralazine, minoxidil, or your nitroglycerin? Sino ang may risk? Sino ang may risk for lupus-like syndrome? Is it your pentolamine, hydralazine, okay, ano pa, minoxidil, or your nitroglycerin? Anyone? Okay, sagot, it's your hydralazine. Okay? Hydralazine ang may risk for lupus-like syndrome. Okay? Now question. What do you mean by lupus? Lupus ba yung SLE? Yes. Okay? What do you mean by SLE? What do you mean by SLE? Systemic lupus erythematosus. Okay, again, when you say SLE, it stands for systemic lupus erythematosus. Okay? Now, take note, if long-term kang gumagamit ng hydralazine, pwede kang magkaroon ng drug-induced SLE. Okay? Long-term use can trigger drug-induced, okay? Drug-induced SLE. Again, long-term use triggers drug-induced SLE. Systemic lupus erythematosus. Okay, and question. Ano ang hallmark sign of your SLE? What is the hallmark sign? Okay, very good. Butterfly rash. Okay, ang kanyang hallmark sign. What is butterfly rash? Yan ba yung para kang may butterfly sa mukha? Okay, oh. 'Di ba ito yung mukha mo, ito yung mata mo, ito yung ilong mo. Ang nangyayari diyan, okay, yung cheeks mo parang magkakaroon ng butterfly, okay? Kasi mamumula tong area na ito. In short, para kang magmumukhang si Sasa, okay? O ganyan yung ano si Sasa girl, o 'di ba? Ganyan yung itsura, yung blush on mo mula mula tenga to tenga, ganon, okay? So, magkakaroon ka ng parang butterfly form. Wait nga, may picture ata ko nandito. Okay? This one is your butterfly rash. Ayun. Okay? O, ganyan yung itsura. Para ka naka-blush on. Okay? O, parang may butterfly yung iyong cheeks. Okay? So, that's your butterfly rash. That's the pathognomonic sign of your SLE. Okay? Lahat ng pathognomonic sign, i-highlight, i-memorize yun kasi high yield yun sa mga exams. Okay? Next one. Aside from that, number 5 tayo. Your direct acting antihypertensive, okay, can lead to, okay, fluid retention. Okay? Fluid retention. Okay? Can you think of a pathophysiology why your direct acting antihypertensive triggers fluid retention? Go. Saan ka magsisimula? Kapain mo. Magsimula ka sa effect nung gamot. Oh. Himay natin patopin mo, okay? O, ano yung epekto ng gamot? Go. Direct acting. Anong epekto niya? Vasodilation. Very good. Okay? So, vasodilation is the effect, okay, of your direct acting. Okay? Now, what will happen if you vasodilate? Oh, sige, think of a pathophysiology. Anong susunod ko dito? What will happen if you vasodilate? It is still related to your vessel. What will happen to your vessels if you vasodilate? Go. What will happen to the vessel if you vasodilate? Diba? Luluwag siya. It's not about the urine, it's not about the bladder, it's not about your kidney, it's still about your vessel. Oh, sige, I'll get that edema. Oh, question, bakit ka magka-edema? Oh, bakit ka magshi-shifting muna? Oh, next to this one is the shifting. Pero ano yung pinaka-trigger? Bakit magkakaroon ka ng fluid shifting? Kasi tataas yung alin ng vessel mo. Letter P. Increase P. Permeability. Perfect. Okay? Yun. So, himayin natin patupi mo. Okay? Vasodilation. Take note, every time na dilate ka, okay, what will happen? Mag-increase ang permeability ng vessel mo. Perfect, okay? And pag sinabi mong highly permeable na ang iyong vessel, ibig sabihin, capable na to have what? Fluid shifting. Okay? So, you can have now fluid shifting. Now, question, saan mag-fluid shift? From vessel to tissue or tissue to vessels? Vessels to tissue or tissue to vessels? Saan lilipat yung tubig? Yung tubig ba lilipat from your vessel to your tissue or to your tissue to your vessel? Very good. Okay? Vessel, yung tubig sa loob ng vessel mo, lilipat sa tissue mo. Okay? Following? Okay? What else? Leading to manifestations like edema. Okay? Leading to manifestations like edema. Okay? So, that's one. Okay? Now, another thing. Meron pa isang pathophysiology, yung sinabi nyo naman kanina. Okay? What will happen? Okay? Bakit may fluid retention effect? Okay? Because of the vasodilation. Balik lang tayo sa umpisa. Okay? Every time you're vasodilating, okay, what happens now to your pressure? Ano mangyari sa pressure mo? Drop, okay? So, it leads to low BP. Ano mangyari pag meron kang low BP? May matitrigger. Ano matitrigger? Ano matitrigger? Hypotension. May matitrigger. Very good. Si kidney. O, si kidney na this time. Okay? Because of the low BP, matitrigger si kidney. To release what? Renin. Tama? Okay. Matitrigger si kidney to activate your what? RAAS. What is RAAS? Renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. Now, question. What is the end of your RAAS? What is the end of your RAAS? Nasa pangalan na, renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. What is the end of RAAS? System, ma'am. O, diba? O, bongga. Ano yung end ng RAAS? Okay? Aldosterone. Okay? O, aldosterone ang end ng RAAS. Okay? And ano ba ang effect ni aldosterone? Okay? It has an effect on your sodium, your water,